making sure there's nobody pushing it towards mid, and now they're going to work their way forward. An early paranoia.
Get them off lane.
Where do they go from here? A little bit of spam down through stairs. The spike ticking away. Nags playing up close first. The dash come through, and you already see the spam coming through smokes as well. Meltzer still playing from backside as a couple of members of Cloud9 have fallen. Numbers in favor of Crew here. Zeppa, on the other side of the smoke, only getting one. That's a round for Crew. That's an excellent start.
A couple of mistakes there.
And if that's not enough, you have Zeppa, who's got a flash close by too. But I don't know that that tagged anyone.
I'm really worried here what Leaf is going to do, especially with Nax still in close mid.
Trailblazer cleared. There's the paranoia you were just referring to. 2 down. That's 3 down. As Cloud9 cracked the round wide open.
And meanwhile, Cruz is trying to smoke off the turret to get out here while all that's going on. But when the main tip fails,
we'll see how this one plays around. He's out there with the spike, committing to the ult, and now the rest of Crew are going to funnel through.
With that lockdown, it's a really nice play to just go for it. You can get the plan a little faster.
Yeah.
And you also don't have to commit through B main. You can see Klaus completely droning from way far back. Didn't use it to get in the site. He's just droning the flank. When do you see this? He's just trying to keep the drone alive for as long as possible, delay as long as possible.
And I think his positioning here is key because he has a Hunter's Fury. If Celsius doesn't choose to invest a lockdown, there is a counter to that. So you've got to expect Zeppa to be able to push and guide him off of that because he knows
where they're
coming from, and there it is. The timing is perfect from Zeppa. He read it so well. Meltzer's now left alone in this 1v5. And that's all it's going to be.
What a beautiful consideration from Zeppa there. Called it out perfectly.
Things out pretty nicely.
Jake's been in this position multiple times, but Crew has not actually had to face it.
Oh, those Seekers are so persistent. The flash on the other side of the smoke, and Jake looking to reposition, play a little bit closer, but Meltzer's timing is gorgeous.
It's just in time to get the players off. Leaf still finds a kill though, and it, despite everything that looks like Crew should have been advantage, no, the early pick. Down in mid from Zelsis with the Odin.
Still has it, still working his way out towards the site. He's up in heaven right now, joined by the other 2 members of Cloud9. Meltzer playing down low, Leaf cleans him up, leaving Nax by himself.
Starting to roll. They're starting to roll here.
They've been rolling. That's 6 rounds in a row now for Cloud9.
Only the pistol and the anti-eco for Crew.
Managed to get the spike down. They have tree control too. All comes down to, how well Davies can hold this.
Oh, they just closed the door late. They're gonna have to spend time breaking while they're fighting and pushing the pinch.
How does Leaf survive that? Kesna takes down Celsius. It all falls down onto Rooney. A 1v2. And time is of the essence. The dart cleared. He doesn't realize that there's somebody behind him. There's no way you consider something like that. Not in a situation like this. The bullets miss, but Klaus does not. It's B, but Crew leaning A right now. Oh boy. Oh, I thought he was gonna get more. Zeppa does. He cleans it up.
Down A.
And so the intention there from Crew is to actually use this space while there's no smoke to try to find a pick onto the 2 players who were on A, which is a good idea. But Cloud9 is just facing them anyways, and they net themselves a huge advantage in this round. When Crew was looking to strike, this is going to be terrible if Crew lose this round. I mean, they're going to get reset economically. They're going to go back down to only the 1.9K that you get in this instance.
The moment's so heavy, but they're so painfully outnumbered.
Enemy remaining.
And it's just gone from bad to worse. Meltzer had to use his ult just to recover the spike to get them into a decent situation. But he seems to have found a timing to be able to get the spike down. Rooney playing this a bit more safely, takes a step back, allows B to go up, knowing they're up in numbers.
And he missed the silent jump there, which forces him to just go for the plant instead. He could have maybe found a sneak attack onto Rooney.
That flashback sight confirming that he isn't out proper and he's got to be exactly where that molly is. Now 54 HP for the remaining member of Crew. And a shorty in the face. Cleans him up. Dust on the other side of his wall. Spots a shoulder. Not able to land the shot. Has to get away. The Hunter's Fury invested from Klaus.
No tags.
No, nothing at all.
Seekers as well to delay. They get the information set up. And Jake perfectly.
What a cheeky spot. They invested the Trailblazer and everything because they wanted to take this fight to Crew.
Crew's not quite done with it yet, despite the fact that Klaus missed every single pulse. Lockdown may be spammable if Rooney gets close enough, but Kesnet just jumps up. Quite some time, finally breaking that turret. Zeppa with a frenzy. If they don't check this,
they know now. Oh dear. Well,
But this is taking so much time. I mean, we've already spent like 20 seconds just getting these players up into B main right now.
Yeah, just setting up for the fight, you're right.
And he's already ready for them. I mean, Leaf is already marking out, pinging where the dart is going to land because he knows where Klaus is coming from.
There it is.
He missed it. Just went off the map.
Time is so short right now. I don't know that Crew are going to have enough time to do this. And now the Leaf's still playing on site. They desperately needed the pistol, and it does not go their way.
Information about the Odin on the other side of the map. There again, remember, we talked about how Crew went for this pick. Same outcome, though, this time for Crew.
Leaf, Blades online.
Right click him, maybe.
He wants to go.
Ooh.
And Zeppa swings out at the same time. Once again, you're seeing dynamic peaks out from Cloud9, overwhelming the opposition. 2v2 here. Cloud9 have gotten the site. They have the spike. They are getting it planted.
Spike planted.
A Phantom and an Odin in the hands of the defense. And the drone now out.
Oh, no. Zeppa can't get spammed here. Ooh.
Wow, just barely. Still a dart for Klaus. He's looking for another target, anyone to get lit up. He can bring the pain and punish, but Leaf with 3. The Guardian still in play. Nags gets it to a 1v1, but Zeppa cleans it up.
The 2 gun rounds on that defense.
It's been brutal scenes. Kesnet with the Guardian trying to find an early pick as Cloud9 trampled their way forward, and Leaf does eventually fall. But now without Melser meeting his death either. Crew just so far away here. Nax is still just working across the middle of the map, and Kesnet's left in this fight where he's having to deal with so many different targets without any help.
There's a flood attempt there from Crew, but it's splintered because of the mollies from Rooney. Finally, he falls, and they're going to try to push this lockdown.
Whoa, Jake.
Success so far.
3v2. Cloud9 gotten it down to a 2v2 now. Zelsis is still dancing around. Not many bullets left in the clip. And it's all going to be on to Zelsis. Takes a step back. Gets pressured. Still finds time to reload. Davies, half, pulls off. Zelsis with the Red Bull clutch. That's got to be a dagger.
Bunch of see that. Ooh, early pick again from Leaf.
Davies already dead.
It's the same situation, too, where he's trying to throw his knife.
Klaus finding a little bit of something. You see Kesnet tried getting high ground over the cover. Couldn't find any value.
Relying on a judge to save the game here, and it might pay off here. The rotate is coming in. He's not able to punish Leaf. Finally, it goes his way. Crew.
But even if Nags gets, I mean,
the stun.
It's considered. The Trailblazer was well done.
And look at the pivot back immediately, and there's no info here for Crew. Such good delay.
He still has 1 molly. Zelsis still has 2 nanos and the turret.
And the wall's going to come back up, too. Fuel takes a long time in this patch. But with that molly, it pushes them back, and he's probably going to activate now.
And time just ticks away. Desperation for the side of Crew. And a huge moment, it's going to fall down to a 1v1. Rooney is pit.
Fake TP.
Can't imagine he uses it here. Tucks on the angle. Waiting for the swing, and Rooney wins it out. The 3K to get Cloud9 map 1. The benefit, though, of tournaments like this is that it really just comes down to who has the hot hand. Any team can catch fire and make a run, and that's what Crew's done up until this point, but they have finally met an obstacle, an opponent that seems to be able to slow them down, and it's because of things like that. They even had the nano prepped for where they thought Kesnet was going to updraft onto, and it was perfect.
Yeah, delays any plant, too. They will finally get it down, but they've used a lot to get to this position, and see if they can actually get the kills in the back of sight. Yes, they are.
Well done by Nags and Melser, but they need to find more. Nags' positioning there is so pretty. Just tucking barely behind that corner of the wall so you can isolate the gunfights.
And even before that, those initial volley of kills, the first 2 landed on Zeppa and Zelsis. That was 2 key people to retake in this instance. He had the Cove. That was basically their only shot. Now, Jake is... Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he's flashing dead. You're absolutely right. A 3K for Nags as Crew gets the pistol. And it was often, you know, you
confirmed that there was nobody back there. They still use the dog, still use the Trailblazer. Now they're not going to be able to actually scale up behind this Viper wall at this point.
And that's exactly where Cloud9 are. The pop flash on the other side, and all 3 of them are standing there, but they somehow still get every kill.
That's the type of thing that Cloud9 has huge success with, and you can tell they're really confident in it. But in this instance, when they already got some key pieces of util out, you should probably allow this to play slightly differently. Leaves Leaf and Rooney in a tough position.
He's gotten it to be interesting. 45 HP though. Rooney's still close by.
I suggest you move.
Wow.
They invest the Reckoning early here. He has to dance around the pulses of the ult, the Viper utility, and the bullets from Nags too, and it's just way too much to deal with. Rooney's not able to do much more. Crew win the bonus.
Alert coming in here. All the way for Nags. He's close to Zelsis, but the wall is perfect. And they're going to have to pivot. 20 seconds right now. Zelsis can do it all. Rooney still has mollies here as well. All the delay right now.
And that might be what comms. He still has a way to get out. He still has a way to tuck to safety, reposition, live to fight another day, and that day is now, but he's not able to get a single kill. Delays for just a moment, but the spike still goes down. Klaus weak. Now Cloud9 with 3 members remaining have to try to take this back. Crew have assumed their post-plant positions. They've gotten backside. They have 2 playing there, and Klaus and Melser. How do Cloud9 get back into this? Wait out some of the utility and then decide to pounce and go, but Zeppa gets dealt with execution style. Cloud9 falls. That's a 5th round in a row for Crew. This might be where the spark starts. This might be where the momentum begins. The Reckoning invested from Cloud9 as it seems like Crew are trying to take this site with Reckoning of their own. You see them pass by one another. Ult still in play. Jake trying to hold them back on his own, and Davies just clotheslines them.
Really good pinch there, and again, a 20-second plant. Lockdown invested. That's really not going to gain them that much, especially with this counter lockdown plays from Davies.
Feels like it's just going to throw a pause on the round for a little bit.
Oh, he's going to try to get half.
He's going to be ahead of it here.
Yeah, he gets
gotten it to
half. He's detained now, though. They're going to definitely take him out in Nart.
There it is, the easiest kill of Melser's life. Rooney and Zelsis.
They have a Cove. This Cove could easily get another half here. End the round.
And it seems like that's what he's trying to do, but it instantly gets taken care of. You see the nanos are all set up. Zelsis made an attempt on it. Now he's left alone. He's got a tap. He's gotten it down to 1. I thought the transfer was there, but Nags cleans it up again. So yeah, go hunt. Go see what weapons you can take out of the hands of Cloud9, who are already down, who are already beaten. Perhaps you can put him 6 feet under. What can Cloud9 do? I mean, this is so desperate. They need to preserve these weapons. One is already fallen. That's the second. It's all into Jake now, and he's got the big one. Can he stay alive? Can he keep the position given away? Feeling some pressure. Melser up high, and the up is down.
But look, the high-tide segment's everything off sewers. And flowers as well. Do they have a follow-up cascade? Yes, they do. They're not using it, looking for picks instead on secret.
Flooding them.
One player currently posted up a dugout. The spike has been planted. Rooney playing around with the Sheriff. There's just so much to look at here. There's so much utility. You see the Cove. Rooney doesn't even get a chance to fire the weapon. Again, indicative about how dominant of a performance it's been by Crew. Leaf at least keeping a flawless away, but Kesnet, I mean, all of Crew have awoken.
Instead, it's looking incredibly well drilled. Even the reaction there. And there's a first pick.
It's interesting, too. This cascade is so deep, the one that Zelsis just used, and they filled behind it.
Doug, I have to say it at this point. We are approaching the territory where this is going to be a 13-0 for Crew. Maybe a flawless half. Lockdown's gone out. The crowd is asking for the 13-0.
It certainly has all the makings of it. This will inevitably be the route. No, never mind. Never mind.
There's time here. They're not going to be able to punish Leaf at all, but he gets stunned up with this too. Time running down.
2 back there. You see the first
Leaf
nano
has knives.
used.
Oh, what a flash.
Flash out from Klaus. They're both right next to each other. Leaf getting one with the blades, the second not falling. And that's 12 for Crew.
They're going to get a flank off on Cloud9 right now. The players are rotating over towards A while the one Harbor is investigating what's going on B. He hears him now running back. Melzer gets a free kill here.
Unless Jake does something about it. He does. Problem is, it's not Nags. Final boss is still up. Look at the aggressive position that they've taken. Again, 2 members down for Cloud9, just like that.
The time is ticking, though. They got it clear. Oh, flash up.
Dude, what on earth did we just watch?
And somehow it's a 3v2. Kesna gets it. 3v1. Leaf to hold off the 13-0.
To avoid being on the wrong side of history, he's gotten into a 1v1, 15 HP left.
There's no time right now for Klaus. He has to make a play.
He's got to push it. Oh, he decides to go back. He decides to go back, and Leaf's just playing with him. Can he get the kill? Oh, 13. Oh, avoided. And the Red Bull clutch for Leaf. You see Kesnet already getting pushed off that angle.
Yeah, Flash gives weird information, though. And this is what Wyatt, Sean, everybody was talking about. Baby Bay talking about how you don't want to give time for Kesnet to actually heat up. He's going for more. That's a little overcooked, but...
It looked like he was just going for the jugular there.
That Molly actually prevents Leaf from following up. What is that shot? Maybe it's Leaf who's got to heat up.
Hey, Meltzer just walked into the Molly, too. Tried to play with a really small timing window.
Toxins going up.
3v3. All members of crew are healthy, except for Klaus. Now he's dead. And an early reckoning. Jake is very weak here, just 19 HP, and the spike ticks away. Dave, he's trying to keep them back. You see Nags is repositioned. He's going to try to get an angle up on Heaven. But there are two members from Cloud9 back site. There's really nothing he can do from that angle. So through all of that time that was invested in him repositioning it all, so it's all for naught.
It's a save. Otherwise, it just gets free information that nothing is happening. And
right.
I do like what Crew did there to try to disrupt some sort of plan here. Trailblazer checks on Leaf. No pressure down below. Quite. What a swing. And that is, I mean, you just took down the most important player. What a play from Nags. And the confidence to go for that is crazy high.
I mean, after the first half that he had, I don't know that I blame him. Yeah, he's been quiet the last 4 rounds, but...
Both Seekers popped right now, and a lot of them went towards that A side, but they were very close to it, so I don't think you expect many more. Meanwhile, the Seeker is coming all the way towards this B side for Crew from Klaus.
I mean, even the timing on Crew's utility here, Meltzer gets the high tide up right before the Viper wall goes down. So there's no gap in coverage. But now Cloud9 using some of their own. I
like this from Zelsis, a very shallow wall, so that he could potentially get this plant down with 25 seconds is really important. Cove can be used. Followed up high cascade as well, so they could push backside.
And still land in an unconventional position. Meltzer looking to get the second, somehow does. This might be it.
This is it.
Yeah, they finally put them away.
All you got to do is take down one singular Leaf.
Oh. All right. Rudy made it exciting at the end there, but a little late. Bird Crew finally take down Cloud9 on Pearl.
Normally you see Viper Harbor being played, but instead, Jake's still sticking with his Omen. Insta B hit here from Crew. And once again, it's going to be a full 5v5 retake that you're seeing fast from Cloud9 here. The Trailblazer comes in, the Paranoia as well. They could easily start to tap this early.
I didn't think they were going to commit to this, but they flash out. They want to take the fight. They're going to push out mid. Holy smokes, Jake.
He's midair.
That was gross.
And they're sticking. No, they're sticking.
What?
And it's another 1v3 from Leaf on the pistol, too.
And that's going to raise the alarms. Nags turning around, waiting for Leaf, cleans him up. And are you expecting to? Because right now, Jake is in a really good position to make a play.
Spike planted.
Just trying to bait him in there. Look at this, they're both out right now, backside. Jake does a great job just waiting for that push back up from Nags.
And you expect him to try to be pacey in that situation, but it's going to be all on Jake to clean this up by himself. A flash in his face, the turn is there, and 3 swing. He only takes down 1 as Crew get on the board.
I've got your
Want to go B, and they're going to push into some of this utility. There you see the Seekers that were just cleared out. Kesnet takes the high ground. And maybe, yeah, they use Zelsis's lockdown for an attempt at a retake here.
This might be nadeable here, but no, Kesnet's going to get off, and he has the showstopper to get back in this. 2 stars already on the spike. They've got mollies as well.
Leaf has dashed his way forward so aggressively. There it is, showstopper on. Is it going to connect? It does onto Zeppa. 5v3 in favor of Crew.
Consistently hitting those where others are missing.
Leaf having to make a big play here, and they're going to swing into 4. They've got the smoke to cover one side, and they've cleaned them up. But Crew with the counter punch, leaving Rooney alone, and he falls as well. Out of the timeout, Crew win another round. They're going to push their way into B once again, and you see the Sentinels. The plan is still the same, but this time, Zelsis seems to be able to hold them back. The Spike sitting on the other side of the wall, on the other side of the smoke.
Here.
A little bit of an error there from Crew, thinking that they can get through with that boom bot, but instead, they didn't really consider the change that this makes once this Viper wall has been shifted over here.
This is brutal. There are no flashes to pop out of. There's no nothing. You just have to take this drive, and you're done. There's no way through that.
This Viper wall is going to be really key going forward on this. This is crazy. You never expect this. He might have made noise, though.
Even if he did, it doesn't matter. Klaus, though, cleans
Hello? Oh, my goodness.
Dead. He's so stuck. Klaus with 2 big kills there. Now Seeker's used the 3v3 here. Spike does manage to go down. How do Cloud9 burst their way back into this? You have Zelsis, seems to be the tip of the spear. He's made a couple of big plays so far. Kazna with the satchel. Zelsis is dead. Just 2 remain, and it quickly turns into 1. Rooney in a 1v3. Kazna and Klaus both weak. There's still so much to do here for Rooney, for the Viper, who's weak himself. No one dare challenge, no one dare swing. There's the first, waiting for it. Klaus gets a 4K to get Crew to 6.
Being able to get back in towards this B and hit the post plant fast. They've got to hold on to it.
This is the pistol once again. The paranoia from Jake, he still gets cleaned up.
2 HP from the that boom bot.
This is really nice pressure out from Cloud9 though, as they try to take Garage, try to pinch in and corral what Crew have.
Yeah, that turret was normally watching and they've broken it, which means that flank is available, that avenue is available. Davies against Leaf.
Stop, this close is gonna be a problem, but the shorty is not. They've kept it competitive, they've kept it interesting, and they still have a shot in this round. And they're going to be pushing in towards C, where really nobody is. Zeppa's the only one who's close by, and he has 2 HP.
And those mollies, that alarm bot, that turret, everything is disabled right now. Zelsis is already dead.
Rooney has the pit, but he's really not in a position to make a play with it.
No, absolutely not. And Crew has been focused on playing on sites when it comes to the C post plant.
They're both down already. Rooney swings out, and he's done. An 8-4 half for Crew.
The fact that there's 2 Sentinels on the side of Crew right now.
Well, you see the trap set up already. Look at that.
Nade grab, well.
And there are 4 who are pinching in. They're just on the other side of the smoke.
Denies it, yeah. I mean, they're going to walk up into
There's no pop flash on the other side of it. There's no nothing. They just take the fight. And of course, it's 2 controllers who walk away with 2 kills.
Oh, Zeppa, those frenzies for him, man. It's always getting 1.
How does Kesnet still get another there?
And Davies was just locking down the rest of the map, by the way. Just the KJ util on B, and then Davies on C. Everybody else towards the A side, and somehow, someway, Cloud9, despite losing the first 2, come out on top, and the dog spots him.
I thought there may have been a window there for Davies to tuck up into stairs and avoid the Trailblazer, but he gets spotted, and then the flash in his face too, and then you're going to have to face 2 players from Crew.
And the frenzy of Zeppa just doesn't lose in these corners too up close.
Yeah. Although that is an ominous thing to say. It does not. It was Rooney who cleaned him up. He gets 4 on the round to get Cloud9 the pistol.
He's peeking off the turret, and he has his TP to actually get out, so can go for 1 early kill.
He's covered his flanks. He gets the early kill. Doesn't instantly teleport out. He's still playing around this. Now playing outside of his tether. Jake dead, and Melser's causing problems from Platt.
And look, the trademark actually finds value too.
Huge round out from Melser.
We finally see a straight up execute and fight here from Cloud9, and it gets absolutely demolished by Crew.
I mean, this has the potential for danger once more, but Nags does eventually take one. You see this ping-ponging of kills back and forth.
Your trail.
It's just crazy. Zeppa pops the Seekers though. Kesnet has an opportunity to maybe try to get through it.
He has Showstopper. He has 2 satchels. And he delays the plant for just a moment. But what can Zeppa do?
Oh, gosh.
His timing here is huge. Gets 1 kill. Still 1 more to be found. Davies up close with the op.
You got the stun.
He's been spotted. Switches over. Much more of a mid-range weapon. Still has so much to do before him. The alarm bot gonna give his position away. The double face! And Davies takes him down! They've been thrown into disarray, and Melser with position to put him away. Spike on the ground, a 5v3. Crew in a position to pull off what everyone thought was unthinkable. What everyone thought was impossible.
It should have been.
The first few series, sure. Against a weak MIBR. Why not? But against Cloud9.
Here.
An outrageous possibility, but Jay can snatch them back, and he can do it on his own. He gets two there. Zelsis with another counter. Now Pit invested. Bit of room for Rooney to work. Maybe Nags can make a play. Of course, it's going to be Nags. He's gotten it down to a 2v2. It's still up. Nags with another.
No way. The lockdown going to be invested.
Rooney has to push this. He's got to go. Well considered by Nags to tuck, though. Clears it out. There's the swing. He's gotten it down to 1v1.
Oh, no.
Where's Davies? Just on the other side, and he delivers the